开始去的时候，我们还挺担心的，因为
担心被骗，对。
对其实我们大家都觉得你是
追求浪漫，但我也不是傻瓜，我一般不会被骗的。
It's funny though how her sister's asking her about this relationship, talking about has this man deceived you? It's purely because her sister is a hopeless romantic, which means that she's likely to just fall into any relationship just due to the fact that she's hopeless, that it's gonna, something's gonna happen, it's gonna work, and not really sitting there to pay attention for any potential red flags and things that, she should be looking for that may not actually make the relationship work in the long run. So I understand the sister obviously questioning Lily to really find out, hey, are you sure you haven't rushed into this? Are you sure he's legit? Are you sure he hasn't deceived you?
可能会就是比较冲动。
It's not by choice. We knew when we moved to China, I can't work. This was exactly what I was afraid of.
I mean, listen, to be honest with you, is it really the sister's business, given the fact that he's been able to move to China, but he cannot work right now? No. It's not really your business. And also on top of that, should it not be common knowledge to the sister to understand that, of course, because he's moved there, that he can't work straight away until he gets the visa that allows him to work there? It's like, how is that not common sense? But at the same time though, maybe the sister's asking certain questions because maybe he could have applied for a job before moving there. Now, of course, granted he's there on a spousal visa, but at the same time, he could have still maybe got there on a work visa if he was to find some work before he got there. And then later on in life, I'm pretty sure you would have been able to apply for a spousal visa whilst he was there anyway, which then would have added on to the one he had currently of his work visa. Because that's something that you can happily do, I'm pretty sure. And to be fair, that's a good question, to be fair. We always see people move over to the States from 90-day fiance, and more of the time it's based on a spousal visa, which I get and I understand because it is called 90-day fiance. Completely get that. But at the same time though, I'm pretty sure you can still be a part of the show even if they was to just apply for the work visa, because let's be real, most of the time people come over on the 90-day visa type thing. What happens? They end up staying in America anyway for longer than 90 days, you know what I mean? Or whether that be the other way around, they end up staying in that location for more than 90 days regardless. So really and truly, we know that when it comes to the 90-day concept of the show, that is a very loose term that has been used. I mean, look at it this way. For years, they've had Liz and Ed on the show, even though Liz and Ed are both from America. You know what I mean? So we know they're not even that super strict with the whole idea of 90-day fiance. So to really and truly, I reckon that if you can apply for a work visa, because I know sometimes some people do it and they get denied anyway, but if that's a route that you can do, I just don't know why that hasn't been a thing since day dot. Maybe it's been done before and I just don't know about it. But either way though, he could have applied for a work visa for a certain job. So he could apply for a job, he could apply for a job. That job would have then given him the work visa, right? And then obviously once he got to China, then later on at some time in there, then he could apply for the spousal visa once, near the end or whatever. Listen, there's always a way, you know what I'm saying? That could have easily been the way. For example, some people will move to the States on a student visa. And then when they're there, when the student visa is about to run out, what they'll do they'll then get married. You know what I mean? Get that spousal visa, you know what I'm saying? Sadly, that's a thing, and sadly, a lot of people have been, used in that kind of format. But I'm just saying, this whole work thing now, the more I think about it, it's a madness.
I knew I would be judged for not being able to work.
挣钱养家方面会就是压力大一点。
Okay, good talk.
是关于那个 Josh 现在不能工作，然后我姐姐 Lily 就是那个可能挣钱养家方面会。
Completely understand, but again, what's that got to do with you? Why is it your business? If your sister has made the choice to want to put herself in a position where she's going to be financially responsible for two people, that is down to her. If your sister doesn't like it, still down to her. It's still her problem. It has nothing to do with you.
就是压力大一点，我觉得他说的还是蛮诚恳的，但是那个可能挣钱养家方面。
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Josh and Lily, these are two people who are clearly both hopeless romantics, two people who clearly had poor relationships in the past, and two people that I don't know if at this moment in time, if they've even healed from their past relationships, because, it does feel as if their relationship has been made more on an impulse than it has been made on a logic, so I do understand the sister's concerns. Despite the fact that it's none of her business, I do understand her concerns, and I do understand her wanting to address these concerns and wanting to ask these things and wanting to obviously put them forward, because she knows that her sister is known for making impulsive decisions and known to rush into things. So therefore, even though it's none of her business, I still understand and I still respect the fact that she's just trying to look out for her sister, because at the end of the day, she is her sister, and she wouldn't be a great sister if she wasn't at least trying to, obviously look out for her sister. Do you see what I'm saying? So I do completely understand that concept. You know what I mean? But either way, though, it's not your business. But I understand it on both sides of the fence. But nonetheless, though, the fact that Josh has moved to China and he continues this paranoia by the fact that he can't really bring any money in is hell of annoying. But to be fair with you, he was working when he was in the States. So what I don't understand is, he said that he saved money, but why did he not save more money? That's another thing that people don't seem to do, or it's weird to me. Now, listen, granted, if you're living in an area where it's very expensive to live in, and your paycheck is pretty much near enough paycheck to paycheck, I understand the saving is hard, and if it's going to take maybe years, so I understand then having to take the leap of obviously moving earlier, and obviously then having to rely on someone else for the time being, which is fine. If that's something you got to do, that's something you got to do. But the partner definitely cannot bring it up every freaking seconds that, hey, I pay for this, I pay for that. You can't do that. That is not nice. That is not healthy. That is just stupid. You see what I'm saying? But even in a position where you can save more money, save your money if you can. But also on top of that, if you're in a position where you can apply for a job before moving to another country and get a work visa from that job, go for that option. Do you know what I mean? Nonetheless, though, that's just my thoughts on the matter, because I'm sick and tired, to be honest with you, of this whole, I can't work nonsense, because I've rarely heard anyone, or if never heard anyone, talk about how they've tried to at least apply for a job first before coming. Do you see what I'm saying? Because that is a way. We all forget it, though. It's very easy for us to forget it. But nonetheless, though, let me know your thoughts, let me know your opinions, and we can talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.